Hello and welcome to episode 4 of Gorilla Talk. Hello everybody and welcome to episode 4 of Gorilla Talk. Hashtag popcorn banter. My name's Simon, I'm here with
Mike!
And we're here to talk you through all the latest news in the movies and the TV.
Yes, we are. That sounded like I was just dubbed in then, didn't it? Like, Mike!
He sort of paused and forgot he was in the same room as me. There you go.
You just recorded me at a different day and just slotted me in. Hello, everybody!
Hello. So, welcome back, really, to episode 4, the second episode of Popcorn Banter.
Yes, it is. It's our movies and TV podcast.
Yes. What have you been watching recently, Mike?
What have I been watching? What haven't I been watching?
What haven't you been? You've been watching a bit of the old Star Trek, haven't you, the new series?
Yeah, I was going to tell everyone about that, but thanks.
Tell us what you think.
I've been watching, because you know me, I'm not a big Star Trek fan.
No.
I'm a Star Wars fan, but I'm a big Star Trek fan. But I have been watching Star Trek Discovery.
Very good.
And I've almost up to date. I got one more episode. Well, it'll be 2 now by the time of recording.
Where are you now?
I don't want to say spoilers.
Yeah, but what episode are you? Sort of midway or?
I'm now halfway through, so I've seen the mid-season premiere. And I am loving it. I've spoken to Star Trek fans, and then a lot of them have said, "Oh, it's not Star Trek, it's not." But for people that don't watch Star Trek, it's a fantastic series.
Yeah, I kind of binge because because it's streamed every week, isn't it? Like, it's not like a Netflix thing where you can binge it.
No.
So I think I've waited until it was like 4 or 5 episodes in. I think I said this on the other podcast, and then just watched them all in.
Because I waited till it was 10. It's now 11 episodes in.
It's amazing. I think it's going to be 22 episodes.
Is it?
I think
so. It's caught me gripped. Not one episode has been boring, which has been quite nice, and they've carried on.
And it's done very differently. It isn't, like you say, it's not typical Star Trek.
No.
So I think if you're a non-Star Trek fan or you've never sort of thought it's any good, I think this is a good way of stepping in, and actually it will pretty much hook you.
Yes.
It's very, very good.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I've been watching on the BBC.
Yeah.
I have been watching McMafia.
McMafia. I've only watched the first episode. I need to go back and watch more.
Starring James Norton. He's sort of like
rumoured James Bond.
Rumoured James. I could see it. Him playing.
Have you heard of the other rumour of James Bond recently?
Harry Styles.
Yes.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Saying that, I don't think it should be Harry.
It's
Styles.
not a rumour. If you read the article, it's not a rumour.
No.
It said he would be ideal if you're going for a young.
He's very, very good in Dunkirk.
Yeah.
And when you think like, it's Harry Styles in a movie, that he's very, very good, and he has probably the most. He's not the main focus in the movie, but he has the most dialogue.
Yeah, because nobody has any dialogue apart from
But he's really good, and he's very natural, and he comes across very. It's not Harry Styles from One Direction. It doesn't feel like that watching Dunkirk. I don't think he's right for Bond. Even if they're going for a younger Bond, I just don't think
he could write the theme tune.
He could write the theme tune.
I'll only star in Bond if I can write the theme tune, sing the theme tune.
No. Ed Sheeran has a theme tune. Apparently, he's had it written for about 3 years.
You're going to say Ed Sheeran was up for Bond.
He's waiting for the call. So let Ed Sheeran do the theme tune. Especially
the name's Bond.
The rumour is he's retiring from music before he's 30.
Pardon?
So Ed Sheeran's going to retire before he's 30. So.
Oh yeah. He said once he has kids, that's it.
So let him do his Bond theme before he does that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if you're but Mafia, I just need to watch more. Does it get? It's quite slow, isn't it? It's quite a slow burn.
It's not an action.
No,
there is little bits of action in it.
Yeah.
Not much, but it's a slow burn. It's about a Russian family living. They've the head of this Russian family has been exiled to England.
Right. Yeah.
So they're not really part of Russia now. But
one
of the brothers has gone against the mafia boss in Russia, and it all kind of gets blown up then. And James Norton is his son. He works as sort of like a financial investment banker.
Oh, okay.
And he doesn't want anything to do with it, but he gets caught up in it.
Right.
And you can see he gets drawn into the world of the mafioso.
Yeah.
It's good. It's like I say, it's a slow burn, but James Norton's very good.
Yeah.
If he was Bond, he'd be a very soft-spoken Bond, I think.
He would, wouldn't he? Yeah. I haven't seen any of Grantchester. Have you seen Grantchester? The one where he's the priest?
No.
Apparently that's good.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's more.
All set around here in
all filmed in Cambridge where we record the podcast.
But
yeah, I will
Simon's
watch more
address
Mafia.
is...
I will watch more Mafia. And Hard Sun, I need to finish that as well. I watched the first 2 episodes of Hard Sun.
Yeah, how you going with that? I've only seen the first episode.
I thought it was good. It's okay. It's no Luther. Hard Sun, if you don't know, is it's from the people that brought us Luther.
Yeah.
It's no Luther,
no,
by any means, but it is
I
quite
thought it was
a clever
cheesy.
idea. It's very cheesy, but it's a very clever idea. It's
Yeah.
just not nowhere near. It's not on the level of Luther, which incidentally is coming back for a new series.
Yeah, and a film apparently.
Yeah, so. But yeah, Hard Turn, it's worth checking out. It's weird because it's BBC have done kind of a Netflix thing and just released all the episodes in one go.
Yeah, not of McMafia, but of Hard Turn.
Of Hard Turn, yeah, they've done all episodes in one go.
They've started to do that a bit more now as well.
I think because this it works so well on Netflix.
Yeah.
And now TV's done it a bit. Me and my wife watched The Tunnel, which is really good. Tunnel Vengeance. Have you ever seen any of the Tunnel series, Mike? They're based on like a Slovakian sort of TV series called The Tunnel as well.
Yeah.
And it's set. There's a detective in the UK, detective in France, and in the first series, a body's found on the tunnel, but it's across both.
Yeah.
Sides.
So one part of the body's on the English side, one part is on the French side.
And they're good series, and they did the last ever series they can do with Vengeance.
Yeah.
But normally with The Tunnel, it was every week. And then in this last series, they just put all the episodes on in one go.
Yeah.
So I think this thing that Netflix uses is becoming quite a tool that other streaming...
The guy that plays Stannis Baratheon from Game of Thrones.
It is. He's very good.
Yeah.
But I think the reason why they're doing that, the BBC, Sky as well, is because it works on Netflix. And the worry, I think, for them is a lot of people watch Netflix.
Yeah.
And are happy to pay the £6-7 a month.
Instead of paying for a TV licence. And not watch BBC.
Could it be the end of... I honestly see a future where the BBC... I think the BBC will still exist, but I think we'll lose some channels. Like Channel 5 will probably be the first one to go.
I mean, I don't really watch much live television anyway. I watch the news.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the other night I sat down and actually watched a film.
Yeah.
I watched Salt, actually, which was on telly. It was on late at night, and I thought, it's not a long film.
No, yeah.
And I got into it.
That's the one with Angelina
Jolie, yeah. That actually is quite a good film.
Yeah. I think that might be a good topic, actually. Not for this week's episode, but for another episode, we could talk about the sort of rise of things like Netflix and streaming services. Yeah. And with Disney launching their own streaming service soon, Apple doing it, what does that mean for the future of television, but also movies in the cinema? So I think that's a good thing.
And Disney are potentially doing it as well.
Yeah, so I think it's a good thing to explore.
The domination of Disney.
The domination of Disney. But yeah, what else have I watched recently? Not many films. I'm trying to get through the Marvel movies. We're up to...
One a week are you watching?
One a week.
Yeah.
Just did Thor, so it's Captain America this week.
Yeah.
I might have to watch them a bit faster because Black Panther's out in like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So, and I kind of want to watch all of them up to Black Panther.
Yeah.
And then watch Black Panther. And I don't mind having like a gap between then and Infinity War because it might be quite nice to have a little break. So I'm trying to do that, and I've just finished watching Homeland season 6.
Yeah, I watched the first season of that, and I really enjoyed it, but I've never watched any more of that.
It's very slow. It's quite clever because it's very slow the first sort of say 4 or 5 episodes.
Yeah.
But it really builds to something towards the end.
Yeah.
And actually, me and my wife were watching. She's never watched Home. I think she watched a bit of the first series, but we watched the last few episodes of season 6, and she hadn't watched it from the beginning, but she was quite hooked.
Yeah.
In what was going on, and you could kind of catch up. Rupert Friend is in it. He's the British actor that used to be Keira Knightley.
Yes.
He's amazing. He's really, really good. And his arc from, I think he first appears in season 2, his arc from there to season 6 is tremendous.
Yeah.
What a performance. So, recommend getting home. That's all on Netflix at the moment. And I've just started watching, or continuing to watch, Inside Number 9.
That's which is for if there's any American viewers listening. Inside, don't apologise. Yeah. Inside Number 9 is made by a British company that British comedians that made a series called the League of Gentlemen.
Yes.
Not The League of Gentlemen starring Sean Connery.
No, not that one.
The League of Gentlemen. It was sort of surreal. It's a surreal TV series that stars 4 very popular comedian actors. Is that
they've done serious roles as well as
but 2 of them have made their own anthology series called Inside Number 9, which is a different story, and they play different characters each episode, but it all revolves around the number 9. So the number 9 might be on a door, it might be there's one that's based in a call centre and it's line number 9.
Yeah, like integral to the plot.
Kind of there's one that's based in a theatre that's in dressing room number 9. It's all something to do with number 9.
Yeah. It's really good. I'm going to try and get through season 2 this week and then start season 3, which is now not Netflix, on iPlayer, is it on BBC iPlayer?
Yeah. So that's definitely a series to watch. I think you may, if you're listening in the US, you may be able to get it on.
It might already be on Netflix. Yeah.
Have you started? It's because it's DC week, isn't it? In America, it's DC week, but we have to wait an extra week.
So we've got to wait till next week.
I think it's next week.
Next Tuesday, Wednesday, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because we're going to find out what's happened with Barry Allen.
Yeah.
You know what's happened with Kara and Supergirl with
hasn't that
Rain?
been postponed though, Supergirl? I thought they were on hiatus. Or is it... Are they back for the mid-season bit and then they're on hiatus for the last...
Because I believe because Black Lightning is taking the slot, isn't it? Yes, that's right. Because I think because the Legends of Tomorrow, is taking the slot of Supergirl.
Right. Yeah, makes
sense. Because I don't know whether we can. I'm sure we could say this that there's a new character coming into Legends of Tomorrow.
Yes, there is.
Are you read up on who it is?
I know you have.
Yeah. You're
going to tell everyone.
Yeah. Can I tell everyone?
So much to watch.
I'm quite excited about this actually. That Wally West. He's coming into Legends of Tomorrow.
I did see something about that. Yes.
As a new regular character.
Oh, good.
So he's taking over the character of Firestorm.
Right. Yeah.
So he's going to take over that mantle because in this season he hasn't really been in season 4 very much.
No, he hasn't. No.
But he's been sort of like finding his character, finding
he
himself.
He disappeared for a little bit. Didn't he?
He disappeared. I think series 4 as well of the Flash has gone back to a lot more humour. It got a bit dark and it didn't really work for me on Flash.
Yeah.
And Arrow as well. I like Arrow.
Yeah, I think it picked itself up a bit, especially after the last previous
for me,
season.
Flash is my favourite DC show.
Yeah.
And of course we've got Black Lightning now.
I'm eager to see that.
Yeah.
Early word is it's good.
Yeah.
So we'll see what.
But I don't know if it's set in the same universe as Arrow.
They're not being very clear about
which doesn't necessarily matter because Supergirl isn't.
No, yeah, that's true.
You know, it's a different world.
And they get around it, but
yeah.
No, there's a lot to watch. And film-wise, we're possibly going to go and see Darkest Hour, aren't we, soon?
We are going to try and see that as well. I've just seen for the second time as well.
Yeah.
I went to see it yesterday. The Greatest Showman.
With Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman. And Zac Efron. Michelle Williams is in it as well. And I can never pronounce her name. Zendaya.
Yeah.
She sounds like a car.
Zendaya. Yeah. That's the girl from, or the lady from Spider-Man
Homecoming, who I'm doing quotation marks here. MJ. But she's not apparently Mary Jane.
Spoilers, by the way, if you haven't seen Homecoming.
Yes.
But it's been out a while. So.
Yeah. So if you've not watched it,
watch it. Go. Very good
but no, I love that, and I love the music. I mean, I love a movie musical. You know me.
It does look good. I do need to see it, but I think that might be one.
Hugh Jackman is great. I don't think it's got the reviews it deserves because I think it's such a great. So yeah, I mean, I particularly enjoyed that film. But one series that we haven't mentioned that is back, and it's in the UK. It's due to start on Channel 5 soon.
Oh, okay.
It does sounds nothing like it. Does
that does not sound like the X-Files.
That sounds more like Doctor Who, but
that's the X-Files thing.
Yeah,
X-Files, yes.
The X-Files.
I mean, there are not good things about the first episode.
No, but apparently I think it's improved.
It does improve.
It does carry straight on from the end of the last season.
Right. Okay.
Apparently. I'm quite excited to watch it.
I'm eager to see it.
Gillian Anderson's last one, apparently.
Yes, and I think they'll end it after that. There is no X-Files without them both.
No, I mean they did try it for a period, didn't they, with that David Duchovny.
Yeah,
the sort of the later series.
And they were not the worst episodes, but it did lose its thing. So Channel 5. You say it's coming to. So.
It's in the UK, it's Channel 5.
Cool. But I'll have to give that a look.
Yeah. So
I think, Mike. Is it time for the news?
It is time for the news. And of course, that jingle signifies the start of our weekly section of the news, where we bring you the latest news to do with movies and TV.
Fantastic.
So we've got some good stories for you today. I love reading the news, my favourite part. I love reading the movie news. So, story number 1, news section number 1. What will Fantastic Beasts 2 call Muggles from France?
Ooh.
Well, we're just going to find out, you see, because the new film titled The Crimes of Grindelwald... the new film titled Fantastic Beasts 2, The Crimes of Grindelwald, or maybe take off the 2, is set in France, and the French word for Muggles is... I'm going to try my best French accent here. Non magique.
Non magique.
Non magique.
So non magique.
Non magique. Non magique. So this bit of information comes from director David Yates.
He's directed all the movies, isn't he?
I think so, yeah.
Which is, I wouldn't say it's unprecedented, but it is in a way, because they're planning 6 movies.
Yeah.
And they're not going to alternate, like they did with the Harry Potter films, they alternated director. Now, some directors that David Yates did some Harry Potter films. Did he did
quite a few of them, and so then because Christopher Columbus did the first 2,
didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is interesting that he's doing all of them.
Yeah, it was number 3 was Alfonso. Can't think of his second name.
He did Children of Men, didn't he?
Yeah. He did Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah.
But David Yates did quite a few of them.
Yeah, it's interesting that he's doing all.
Yeah.
So I hope it doesn't feel. I hope they still feel different in a way.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't. Well, can we talk spoilers here or not?
I wouldn't.
No.
You're not Harry Potter.
Yeah, Harry Potter.
We don't want to upset the fan base.
Yeah. But obviously, the choice of Grindelwald was a bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that.
No, and because the actor that was playing him, or we thought was playing him, was so good. Yeah, but yeah.
So
interesting. Non-magique.
Yeah, non-magique. The film is set to hit cinemas this year, actually, on the 16th of November, 2018.
Okay.
So another Christmas film then.
Well, I saw the first one I saw it when it came out, not in the cinema. It was okay. Like I enjoyed it. I'm not a big Harry Potter fan. I've not read the books.
No.
The movies are enjoyable. They're good entertainment. I wouldn't say they're terrible movies.
Whereas I'm going to start to get back into them. I've read all the books.
Yeah.
I'm not like a hardcore fan, but I enjoy them.
I do think it gets a bit overhyped.
Yeah, I mean, I was never a fan of Daniel Radcliffe's acting.
No, he gets better.
Now he's a fantastic actor. He's a great actor. But of course, you see him mature through the film.
Yeah.
I mean, partly some of that could be the script as well.
Yeah, sometimes. You see, I think the famous one is, well, not famous one, but one is is Hayden Christensen in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like, he's not great in those movies.
My favourite line from episode 2, Attack of the Clones.
Oh.
So have you grown more beautiful, I mean.
But it's the way the dialogue's written. And some actors are good at dealing with bad dialogue.
Yeah.
And some maybe aren't so much.
Yeah.
But then he did a film called Shattered Glass, which I did see, and that came out between episode 2 and 3. And he's brilliant.
Yeah.
Like, he got a Golden Globe nomination.
Do you remember Jumper with him and Jamie Bell?
Oh, God. He was better in Jumper, but that was a terrible script.
Wasted Jamie Bell there.
But it's not mean. It's just because I think of Star Wars, his career, he's still active and he still has a career. Maybe not the career he maybe envisioned.
Yeah.
But he's still he's still getting work.
Yeah.
But yeah, Shattered Glass, he plays this journalist. He's amazing. He's really, really good. And so you kind of think it is a script. Some actors are more talented to deal with it. And like I said, with Daniel Radcliffe, he's definitely gone from strength to strength in Harry Potter films. Obviously, with this one, it's not Daniel Radcliffe. It's a set of established actors that have been in quite a few things. But I'm eager to see it. I'll watch it. I might go and see it. My wife will probably want to see it in the cinema.
I will go and watch it at Christmas.
Yeah, I'll probably go and see it. Okay. Non-magique.
Sorry, you can cut that out. So the next news story then. This is a source from Cinema Blend.
Mm-hmm.
Jungle Book 2 will use some of the original Jungle Book movie ideas. So it's been a full 2 years since we were treated to a live-action Jungle Book movie, which I was very surprised at. I loved.
It was really good.
Fantastic. And also, if it gives it the same treatment to Lion King, then Lion King's going to be great. It's the same director.
They hadn't started shooting it, but they had concept footage showing it. Was it D23 last year? And apparently Simba looked amazing. Like you said, you thought the special effects in Jungle Book were good.
Yeah.
Wait till you see.
It's Donald Glover, isn't it?
And this wasn't even this was pre-film. So it's going to get better.
Yeah.
And they said Simba looked cute. He looked amazing.
Yeah.
It looked really good. So
but it's
Donald Glover.
Danny Glover playing.
Donald Glover.
Oh,
Danny Glover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting too old for this.
But yeah, Donald Glover. Yeah.
Donald Glover.
Yeah, that's 2019. So it's not this year, is it? Lion King.
No, it's 2018. In 2016, Disney related its own adaptation that was inspired by the studio's 1967 movie. This version was so critically and commercially successful that a sequel was quickly ordered. So that's good to know that they ordered a sequel that fast.
It was hugely, not just commercially successful, but it reviewed really well. People loved it.
Yeah.
It was a very good adaptation.
And the kid played Mowgli. He was fantastic.
Yeah, he was brilliant. I wonder if he'll be back or they'll.
Well, I would think he would be back, or whether he'll be older.
I mean, he will be older by the time they film it, I guess.
Well, that's the thing with the next movie. The there was a lot of material that was scrapped from the original Disney, from the 1967 version. So they're going to use some elements of that, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Justin Marks also talked about how there's plenty of original source material, that's what we were just saying, that could be mined for the Jungle Book 2, whether looking at Kipling's sequel, the second Jungle Book, that's the book that he wrote, or other short stories he wrote. Jungle Book 2 hasn't been assigned a release date yet.
Ooh, I'm just going to quickly Google on my phone. Isn't there another Jungle Book movie coming out?
There is, Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis. And
it's going to be a lot more darker, though, isn't it?
I believe that might be this year.
Because I believe he's playing Bagheera, isn't he?
He's playing Baloo.
Oh, is he playing Baloo?
I think it's...
Christian Bale is playing Bagheera.
I believe so, yeah. Let me
just talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves. Jungle Book. Andy Serkis. Because that's his production company is making it.
Look at this, we've got all modern technology here. We can give you the latest news as it breaks.
So, yeah. So Andy Serkis is Baloo. Benedict Cumberbatch is Shere Khan. Christian Bale is Bagheera. Kate Blanchett is Kara. Ron Howard-Chand is Mowgli. Naomi Harris is in it. Doesn't say they're playing. It's called Mowgli.
Ah, right, okay.
So it's not called Jungle Book. So it's a live-action adventure fantasy film. This is courtesy of Wikipedia. Directed by Andy Serkis.
So we can believe everything that comes off that.
Written by Callie Clovis. Based on the Jungle Book by Roger Cliff Metaboy.
So it's more going to be based on the book, this one.
Film is scheduled to release this October.
Yeah.
It got put back so many times, I think, because they were waiting for the other Jungle Book films to kind of leave the cinemas and leave people's consciousness.
Surprised that they were both able to make.
But this, I think, is darker. They're going for slightly darker. It's not going to be. There's going to be no songs. I would say. Yeah. Well, it's not like a musical, but I like Andy Serkis. I think his other film he directed, Breathe, with what's his face? Hacksaw Ridge guy.
Andrew Garfield.
Look
at this. We've done our research.
Andrew Garfield was really good.
Yeah.
In the film, but the film just didn't do well at all.
Yeah.
It got lukewarm reviews, not terrible reviews, but it was his directorial debut.
Yeah. I like Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man, you know.
Oh, he's brilliant.
The film didn't go in the right. Yeah, the film didn't go in the right direction. But speaking of Marvel, it's going to take us into our next story.
Okay.
This is news. This one is about Josh Brolin, actually. Okay. He's talking about his role as Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
So Josh Brolin continues to sing the praises of Avengers Infinity War. Ooh. This time comparing the role of Thanos to experimental theatre.
Ooh.
We've got a quote here. I'm going to try my best, Josh Brolin.
Don't do Josh Brolin. Just read the quote.
Doing Infinity War was like doing...
He does not sound like that. Sorry, Josh Brolin, if you're listening.
Doing Infinity War was like doing a limitless back box experimental theatre piece in the Lower East Side of New York City in 1975. Wow. Mixed with Antonin Artaud, I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
The Living Theatre, Grotowski's Poor Theatre, and a dash of punk rock acting surrounded by shiploads of talent. That's ship, I said.
Shiploads.
Shiploads of talent.
It does say shiploads.
Yeah.
That's interesting, isn't it? He has been singing the praises of Infinity War, though. He describes Thanos as just very clever, very scheming, but very nasty.
Yeah.
And people are going to not like him after the first 5 minutes of Infinity War. So it does beg what's going to happen in the first 5 minutes.
I have a theory, but I'm not going to say anything.
No,
spoilers!
But yeah, so I mean, I like the trailer, and there were people that didn't like it. The purple was not dark enough, and all this kind of rubbish.
These are the same people that said they wanted something new for Star Wars.
People that saw the trailer in the cinema said it looked a lot better in the cinema, and it could have been people what screens they're watching it on at home and stuff like that. And he's not wearing his armour, but the directors,
he said he will be wearing
Russo brothers, said the reason why he wasn't wearing it, and that's it. That particular clip in the trailer was because he doesn't need it.
Yeah.
At that point, so it just shows how cocky he is and how powerful he is. So I really hope that Thanos though isn't kind of he's obviously going to have to be defeated in some way.
Yeah.
But I hope
whether
it's not
he's
an easy defeat,
killed off or destroyed, we shall see. We obviously don't know if he's going to.
Afraid of death.
We obviously don't know if he's going to be in the fourth Avengers film. We don't know.
No, we don't.
We really don't know.
Although the cake, I think we talked about it last week. They made this Thanos cake, didn't they? I think he'll have some role in it.
Yeah.
I think the reason why we're not getting a
is
title
he going to come out of a cake?
It's a spoiler.
He's going to come out. They think they defeat him. They have a cake to have a party.
But I'd like to see him maybe if they defeat him, but him come back maybe in 5-6 years' time in another Avengers film. But yeah,
see this. I'd like to see Kang as an Avengers villain.
Yeah.
And also MODOK. We've not seen MODOK yet.
Well, there's a rumour Doctor Doom might play a big role in the future, like Marvel once they sort this rights issue out. with 20th Century Fox, and Doctor Doom's quite powerful. Yeah. I think Galactus makes more sense with Silver Surfer maybe. But yeah, I'm eager to see. We've been building up 10 years of this. Well, 18 movies.
They've sort of started the element. Is it the Elemental? Ego was those sorts of gods, haven't they? Those sorts of characters.
Yeah. So we'll see. But I'm just. It's described as a heist movie apparently with Thanos.
Yeah.
And he's like the main focus of the movie.
So obviously going to try and steal the gauntlet.
Yeah, he's trying to steal get the stones back, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
So it'll be him from a heist point of view. Ocean's 11 with Thanos.
Yeah, not Sandra Bullock.
No.
Have you seen? We won't talk about that. The reboot.
But there might be people out there that would like that trailer. But we've both seen the trailer, haven't we, for the new Oceans? I'm not impressed.
So, we could go into this debate.
Ghostbusters.
We're not going to go. We're not going to go into this because
Ghostbusters.
It'll be a debate that.
Okay.
So, we're going on to the next story then.
Yeah.
This is following up from last week, actually. John Wick 3 finally has a director and a release date.
Yay.
Chad Stahelski, I think that's how you pronounce it, who co-directed the first film before tackling John Wick 2 on his own, will be staying and directing John Wick 3.
I John Wick 2 was awesome.
Yeah.
And the first one was great, but yeah.
I'm still waiting for a computer game. I want a computer game, John Wick computer game.
It's got to be done right, but like we said if you listen to the Gamers podcast, we do talk about this briefly.
Yeah.
Rockstar.
Yeah.
Still my top favorite. They won't do it, but
no. So principal photography is beginning on the March 1st in New York City, with additional filming locations in possibly Spain and Russia. Could you imagine if they brought it to London? John Wick in London would be ace. Lawrence Fishburne is set to return as well.
Oh, brilliant.
So,
good. No, you've seen John Wick 2 now, haven't you?
I haven't actually. It's next on my watch list. Yeah.
Is it on Netflix?
It's not on Now TV.
Give it a watch. Give it a watch before next week's podcast.
Yeah.
And then we can talk about it a bit more detail.
Yeah. The first John Wick's on Netflix.
Yes.
So if you haven't seen it, do check it out.
Do watch it.
First one's great.
But the way it ends is brilliant, and I'm eager to see where number 3 goes now after watching number 2.
Okay.
And with the TV series as well, The Continental.
Yeah, exactly.
Which will come first? I think The Continental will probably come first.
Continental sounds like Selfridges or Downton Abbey.
Yeah,
it's going to be on ITV. Yeah. It's going to be
a period piece of John
sophisticated piece about
John Wick
assassins.
Yeah, maybe it's like set in the past.
Yeah. Yeah. With Hugh Bonneville
cropping
up.
Just goes to the... He was like the first assassin. It's a crossover with Downton Abbey.
Yeah. So we're going to move on to the next story now, and this is something, we've been talking about.
Yes.
Because we were wondering when we're going to see a Solo trailer for, the new Star Wars film.
Yeah.
Because, there's rumours, you think it might be this
There was a
week.
rumour going around that it's going to be this week, potentially. Yeah. So they did say January. By the end of January, we would have seen the first trailer.
Yeah.
So, which makes sense. The film's out in May. So
or we might see the trailer in May.
Yeah.
But, So here we go. This is a source from Screen Rant.
Mm-hmm.
The first footage from Solo, a Star Wars story, may have been shown at a Disney press event in Germany. And the first reaction is positive.
I always take those with a grain of those positive early reactions
with a pinch of salt
that aren't reviews with a pinch of salt.
Yeah.
Take you back to Batman vs Superman.
This is true.
There was a lot of positive
Justice
reaction
League
and Justice League.
Yeah.
And some of it would have been people that generally like the movie, but I always, and this is one reaction we're getting.
Yeah.
It's good, but let's just.
But if this is a rumor, we don't know. Yeah. This is coming from a Facebook post, which you can't always believe, from filmmaker Holger Frick. He details what was shared in Germany, offering his thoughts on the presentation. But Frick was very enthusiastic, suggesting Solo will be worth the wait. I'm not going to attempt to do a German accent.
Do not attempt to do a German accent.
I just saw a sneak peek of Solo, a Star Wars story, and I must say, I'm really overwhelmed of how freaking good it looks. Nothing about the story yet, he says here, but Alden
Emmerich.
That's the one.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that, because I can never pronounce it. He's amazing as Han Solo, and so is Donald Glover as Lando. Emilia Clarke and Woody Harrelson look awesome, and it definitely had an old Star Wars feel to it. So it looks like this could be the fan service movie some of the older Star Wars fans wanted from Episode 8. So, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it's positive, which is good.
If he even saw it.
if he even saw it. Ron Howard, I think bringing him on is good. He's made some amazing films.
Yeah.
Apollo 13, Splash, love Splash. But he has made and Rush is really good as well. So he's made some doozies.
I didn't realise, of course, his daughter is in Jurassic World.
Yeah,
he's the lead in Jurassic World.
So he's a good director. And I think he's the right person to kind of shepherd this very troubled production to a finish. Because they could have, I guess, just cancelled the movie.
Yeah, I mean, could you imagine if it had been the original directors? It would have been Solo, the Lego movie. Could potentially been.
I mean, I
love the Lego
21 Jump
movie,
Street and 22 Jump Street, which they did as well.
Yeah,
is amazing, and they're really good films. But
they're more like a spoof.
We may never know. I'd love to know what happened, because they have been filming for months and they sacked them 3 weeks from the end of filming.
Yeah, but this something must have been right. They've done this with quite a few directors, but they've sacked them before the movie started shooting. This is very unusual to sack someone or a director at the tail end of a production. Yeah,
because surely Catherine Kennedy would have seen footage. Yeah, quite early on. Yeah, and maybe she was happy. And maybe it was towards the end they were taking it, and we don't know what they filmed. And Ron Howard hasn't completely shot everything. No, so is some of their stuff is going to still be there, and it'll be interesting. I doubt they'll get a credit. Yeah, they won't get a director's credit because Ron Howard will get that. But will they get some sort of credit? Yeah, we'll see. But I'm eager. Is it written by the chap that wrote Empire? Was it? Yes, Lawrence Kasdan. Yeah. Well, I mean, we can't wait to see it. No, I know that. I mean, I love any Star Wars film. Yeah. But it's just. Did we need a Han Solo movie? We'll see. I don't think we did. No, I don't think we did. I'd rather see Obi-Wan Kenobi or Boba Fett or. For me, there is only one Han Solo. Yeah, that's Harrison Ford. Or a new character. Yeah, brand new character. I'd love to see the. Porg. Or a Chewbacca would have been fine. A Chewbacca movie. Never-ending story. On that note, well, this is kind of going to be Chewbacca, isn't it? Because it's going to be when they met. Yeah. So this is a story I'm quite excited about. Okay. I've saved it to the end. Right. Okay. Big build up, ladies and gentlemen. Big build up, because it's about two of my favourite actors and writers. Yeah. Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. Ooh. Because they are working on a new TV show. Ooh, nice. They are. The filmmakers, who are best known for the Cornetto trilogy, which includes the hits Shaun of the Dead, one of my favourite films, and Hot Fuzz, and of course The World's End. The World's End, I like The World's End, but it wasn't as strong. Hot Fuzz was fantastic. Oh, amazing. And so was Shaun of the Dead. And rumours of Hot Fuzz 2 could still happen. Really? They just need the right story, and that needs to be the right time. It could be quite a while, but they're not ruling it out. So. Well, the pair have now confirmed they are working on a new venture, which will take the form of a paranormal horror comedy series called Truth Seekers. Paranormal. Could we get Kit Greer and Rory Powers? If you don't know who they are, they do a podcast called This Paranormal Life. Please let them have a cameo. I think we're going to have to tweet them. Yeah. We'll mention. They must have hope they're listening to this. Well, I love This Paranormal Life. They must have heard this. Yeah. But, I'd love to see them get kind of a looking in the film, even if it's like a little cameo. Yeah. Because they do a brilliant podcast. Definitely recommend it, everyone. If you've not listened to it already, it's called This Paranormal Life. Yeah. You can find it on iTunes and other podcast services as well. It's really good. Yeah. They basically look at a paranormal story every week, and they kind of decide whether it's if it's true or not, if it's paranormal or not paranormal. If it's just hilarious. Some of it's just it's very rubbish. Funny. Yeah. There's some good ones on there. There are some really good ones. Well, every episode's great. Yeah. But Truth Seekers will follow a 3-person paranormal investigation team, with each instalment clocking in at half an hour. And each episode will focus on a different paranormal incident. So it's like a British Ghostbusters. Yeah. Or like a Most Haunted. Yes. I don't know. People in England, definitely, you would have heard of Most Haunted, with a vet filled in. Right. And Derek Acora. Derek Acora. Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. So, we should see. Yeah. They were speaking to Variety this week, and Simon Pegg said each episode is going to be an adventure, a potential haunting, or something like that. It will start as a very parochial idea. Thank you. Yeah. I'm not good with long words. You wrote this story. I know I did. I copy and pasted. A very small business venture for these people, but it will expand as the series goes on to something far more global. It's a language everyone understands, the mystery of the unknown. See, Shaun of the Dead was a very
parochial I can't say it. Story set in North London, and somehow it managed to get this global reach because everyone understands the language of zombie movies. There is no air date for the show at present, nor is it clear what roles Pegg and Frost will take in the project. Meanwhile, last year, the duo confirmed they were executive producing Slaughterhouse Rules, a new horror comedy film funded by their production company, Stolen Pictures.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah,
so.
I'm very excited. Yeah. I mean, do you know Spaced is 20 years old now?
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow. I think I've got that on DVD somewhere.
Yeah, it's a
so
good.
Is it on Netflix?
I don't know if it's on Netflix, but I think it's on 4OD.
Okay.
Yeah, is it 4OD? Yeah. But I'm very excited about that. I mean, I was excited when they did Paul.
Yeah,
when they came back for that as well. So
yeah, eager to see that. I'd probably, Dad will see it next year, maybe a couple of years.
I was watching a program the other day where he was Simon Pegg was doing a Jamie Oliver program. He was on a cooking show.
Oh, okay.
And he's just said that he's just started watching some of the great classics with his daughter.
Right.
He's been watching like E.T.
Mm-hmm.
And she wants to watch Jaws. He said, "No, you can't watch Jaws because you're too young."
Yeah.
Well, no, I really want to watch Jaws. Well, at the time, he was filming Ready Player One. So he took his daughter to meet Spielberg, and she said, "Have you got a question to ask Mr. Spielberg?"
Yeah.
She went, "Can I watch Jaws?" And he just went, "No."
Brilliant.
Yeah. So
that's really good.
Yeah.
We'll see. I mean, it's a few years away, isn't it? But I'm eager to see what this series is.
Yeah.
Will it be, like you say, that kind of Inside Number 9 League of Gentlemen kind of?
Yeah, an anthology series.
Yeah.
Kit Greer, though, the two of them will be great.
Kit Greer and Roy Powers, man.
Yeah.
They get them involved.
Yeah.
I doubt that'll happen, but it'll be funny because their podcast is very similar.
We should tweet them this story, actually.
Definitely.
And see if they bring it up in the podcast.
They probably already have heard of it, I assume, but
yeah.
I think that's the end of the news.
It is the end of the news. So last week's episode we did cover the award season in the news.
We did.
The BAFTAs and Golden Globes. We did forget one actually, and then the nominations. Pardon.
The Raspberry Awards.
The Raspberry Awards.
Yeah,
the nominations have just gone live, haven't they? So you wanted to pick out some of your favourite nominations,
I did.
Didn't
you?
So do you want to explain what the Raspberry Awards are?
So they're basically, they're known as the Razzies, aren't they?
The Razzies, yeah.
They're basically the Oscars, but for terrible movies.
Yeah.
And terrible performances.
Didn't that used to be MTV Awards?
It might have been, yeah. The full list of nominations are now out. So Worst Picture, so the Best Picture, Baywatch.
Yeah.
The Emoji Movie. 50 Shades Darker. That's not even out yet.
No, I know, but it's still got a
great
nomination.
Judging the book by its cover and all that kind of. Well, if you've read the book, then you can.
Yeah.
The Mummy.
Yeah.
And Transformers: The Last Night.
I still haven't seen Transformers Last Night. No.
Worst Actress. Katherine Heigl, Unforgettable. Dakota Johnson, 50 Shades of Grey. Jennifer Lawrence's mother. I was surprised at that.
Lawrence's mother is nominated.
No, Jennifer Lawrence, the film Mother.
Oh, right.
I saw Mother recently, and
how was Mother? Was she all right?
Very good. It's not a terrible movie. I don't think it's a very divisive movie. Divisive movie. It's going to really split audiences in terms of what they think of it. Her performance is very.
I've not seen it
different
yet,
to what she's done before. Would I say it's a terrible performance? Probably not. But it's interesting that she's been nominated here. Tyler Perry for Boo. A Madder Halloween.
When I used to work in America, they used to always on TBS would be his movies, and they
Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry. It's just for me. They look like some of the worst films ever made.
Oh, God. Emma Watson, The Circle.
Because she was in that with Tom Hanks. That's a Netflix film, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worst actor. Tom Cruise, The Mummy.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Tell No Tales. Jamie Dornan, 50 Shades Darker. Zac Efron, Baywatch.
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg, Daddy's Home 2, and Transformers: The Last Night.
That's got a nomination for everything.
Double whammy for Mark Wahlberg. Worst supporting actor: Javier Bardem, Mother, and Pirates of the Caribbean. Russell Crowe, The Mummy. Josh Duhamel, Transformers. Mel Gibson, Daddy's Home 2, and Anthony Hopkins.
I can see
Transformers.
I can see Russell Crowe in The Mummy.
Yeah, he was very bad.
I mean, that franchise has been written off, hasn't it? Really.
We didn't think the film was terrible, did we? But it wasn't great.
No.
Right, worst supporting actress: Kim Basinger, 50 Shades of Grey. Has she done much recently, apart from the 50 Shades movie?
I haven't seen her since Batman.
Sophia Boutella, The Mummy. She was the one that played The Mummy. Laura Haddock, Transformers: The Last Night. Goldie Hawn Snatched, and Susan Sarandon A Bad Mum's Christmas. And I thought this is quite funny.
Okay.
Worst screen combo.
Right.
So this isn't in the Oscars. Any combination of 2 characters, 2 sex toys, or 2 sexual positions. 50 Shades Darker. Any combination of 2 humans, 2 robots, or 2 explosions. Transformers The Last Night. Any 2 obnoxious emojis. The Emoji Movie. Johnny Depp and his worn-out drunk routine. Pirates of the Caribbean. Tyler Perry in either the ratty old dress or worn-out wig. Boo, A Mad Halloween. Yeah, that was...
We're going to have to check these awards out. I wonder who's hosting them.
Yeah, I've been sure. I think they are aired.
Yeah.
So, but they're probably very quick awards. And was there one year, was it Halle Berry? She turned up to accept her award because that was the year she got an Oscar for Monsters Ball.
Yeah.
And I forget what film it was where she got the raspberry. But
was it Catwoman?
It was Catwoman. But she turned up in good, fair play to her, in good spirits. Turned up and accepted the award. And it was quite gracious. So I think you'd have to apologise for that film anyway. I think I'd like to see more actors do that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great? And I think Tom Cruise is a good actor.
Yeah.
In a lot of the stuff he does. If you go back to his
American Made, he's fantastic.
I haven't seen that. I need to see that. It's a good. Born on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Amazing performance.
Top Gun.
Great. And I think before all the whole Scientology and the jumping on the couch, I'm in love with Katie Holmes and all that, people kind of were put off by him and the way he is. But he commits.
Yeah.
I mean, the stunt recently, Mission Impossible, he was in London filming.
Yeah. And
he's running across Battersea
Rogue Nation,
Bridge.
that is him on the aeroplane.
Yeah, it's amazing. And when he's climbing that. So he commits and he's a good actor. But I think it would do him a lot in terms of his credibility, in terms of where people have fallen out of love with him. If he turned up and say he won the award, and he turned up and accepted it, I think that'd be quite a good sort of step in that.
Yeah,
I don't think he will, but it'd be nice to see him do what Halle Berry did.
Yeah,
but we'll see. Or Russell Crowe do the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was interesting. Yeah, we've got the BAFTAs and the Oscars are first, aren't they? Yeah. No, BAFTAs are first.
BAFTAs are first. February. Then it's the Oscars in March.
And we've had the Golden Globes. So
yeah, it was a good season this year for the Oscars, I think. One thing I want to talk about, going away from that, is that we've seen today and we discovered on YouTube a trailer for a new film. Right. Well, it's not so much a new film. It's a sequel.
Yes.
I'm hoping it's real.
Ah, right, yeah.
But it's Danny McBride.
Yes.
In Dundee, which is potentially a sequel to Crocodile Dundee, and he's playing the son, of Mick Dundee.
Of Mick Dundee.
Now, if you see
because there was a few rumours going around that this was a spoof.
Yeah.
This wasn't a film. This was like a little Danny McBride joke.
Yeah.
And he'd done these 2 teasers. Well, he'd done the 1 teaser first, didn't he?
And he released another one today.
Another one today with Chris Hemsworth in. Which definitely, after you've listened to this podcast, go and watch this. So, is he building up to like a full length threat, and this is a movie?
Yeah.
Or is this going to be a little sort of little experiment, a little joke?
It's a long way to go just to make a joke, isn't it?
Potentially, but what's his face? Not River.
What's his face?
What's his?
He's googling.
I'm googling. Now. Not River Phoenix, his brother.
Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah.
Did that whole film where he pretended he was like becoming a rapper.
Yeah.
And a lot of money was spent, and it kind of was a failed experiment.
Yeah.
But it was interesting. Is this a similar thing that Danny McBride's doing, where he's just going to troll people and pretend this? Yeah. Do we need a Crocodile Dundee?
I don't know. I think.
Well, but I like Danny McBride. I think he's great.
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth does comedy really well.
Yeah, which we didn't really see until Thor. No. Thor Ragnarok.
Well, we saw a bit in Ghostbusters. He was probably the best thing in the recent Ghostbusters movie. I don't know. Part of me wants it to be real. Yeah. I think it'd be really funny.
Yeah.
But part of me thinks if this is a spoof, I don't want it.
No, not if it's like that's what I thought Ghostbusters was. Yeah. A bit more of a spoof, and that's for me why it didn't work.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope.
Yeah.
Part of me wants the film.
Yeah.
But it has to be connected, with Paul Hogan.
Yeah, he has to be in it.
Yeah, I mean, he might be directing it. We don't know.
Yeah.
We shall see.
Maybe see more this week. So maybe we'll talk a bit more next week if we see more footage or there's more trailers.
It's that famous line, isn't it? This is not a knife. This is a knife.
Yeah. But we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
That's what we should do a podcast on, of famous lines from like movies that have become like massive
Yeah, that's one idea for a topic.
Yeah.
But what is this week's topic, Mike?
This week's topic is, it's rumoured that that Hasbro were going to make ROM, Space Knight and Mask into movies. It's rumoured that they're not going to do it now.
Right.
But there is also another rumour that Tom Holland is going to appear in Venom as Peter Parker.
Right, yeah.
Which will connect Venom to the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I see where you're going with this.
So I thought we could talk about potential crossovers.
Right, yeah.
That we've heard about and never happened, or that we'd like to see on the silver screen.
Yeah, because there was the other one that was Hasbro related.
Yeah.
Wasn't it G.I. Joe and Transformers?
Yeah, G.I. Joe Transformers. Yeah. I quite like the last G.I. Joe movie with The Rock.
Yeah. Men in Black and the Jump Street series.
Yeah,
Jump Street series.
I don't know about that. I think they are making new Men in Black.
There is rumoured to be one in development.
Yeah.
Wasn't there?
See, a lot of these get stuck in development hell, don't they?
Did you hear about another crossover that might have already happened? Titanic is actually a Terminator movie.
What?
Yeah, someone has done this whole piece on why it was a Terminator movie.
What?
It's quite funny, but some were quite good points as well.
See, we've had Alien vs Predator.
Yeah.
Oh, what a terrible film!
I'm gonna find that now.
What, Alien vs Predator?
No, the Titanic Terminator movie.
See, Alien vs Predator. That probably got a raspberry, which is a shame because I love the video games as well. I mean, could we see a RoboCop and Terminator film?
Yeah.
I mean, not after the last RoboCop.
Yeah.
Or a Judge Dredd crossover with Terminator.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I found that story.
Yeah.
What if Jack Dawson was really some guy from the future sent back in time to keep Rose from killing herself? What if his efforts drastically altered the course of Titanic's fate? One Titanic fan came up with a pretty clever theory about the truth behind Leonardo's wandering character.
Right.
Jack from Titanic was a time traveller.
Yeah.
And was only there to save Rose from committing suicide and altering the timeline. This may seem ridiculous, but think about it for a moment. If Rose jumped to her demise, then the ship would have stopped to look for her. The temporary delay would have led to warmer weather, and the Titanic would have never hit the iceberg. This is also why Jack made it a note. Made it a note to spend so much time with her. No. His job was to ensure her survival.
Rubbish.
So let's look at the evidence.
Rubbish.
Jack doesn't have any currency in his time period, so he has to gamble in order to get the ticket in the first place. He mentions fishing in Lake Worcester, which is was a man-made lake in 1917, 5 years after the Titanic sunk.
Right, that's just protect the license.
His haircut seemed completely out of place for the era. Furthermore, that rucksack wasn't common until the late 1930s. He claimed he would take Rose on a roller coaster on Santa Monica Pier, which wouldn't be built until 1916. How else would Jack have knowledge of these future places?
It's just James Cameron's whoever wrote the script didn't do their research. Oh my lord, that is the
amazing.
Biggest load of nonsense I've ever heard. But it could be true.
It could be.
Could you imagine
what was that last bit?
The Terminator theme playing over it? If somebody wants to make a trailer of Titanic, you know,
if Jack Dawson is the Carl Reese of the story, then does that make him Sarah Connor's grandfather? Brilliant.
Well, yeah,
that's a crossover.
Yeah,
Titanic and Terminator.
If somebody wants to make a Titanic Terminator trailer, you know,
go for it.
Go for it. Should we give him a prize?
Yeah. Send us your best Titanic Terminator trailer.
Yeah.
Send it via, what can I do? Email.
You could put it on
Dropbox. Yeah. Dropbox it an email.
Or email it to us.
Yeah, email it to us via Dropbox.
Or put it on YouTube and send us a link.
At GorillaGeeksTV@gmail.com.
Yeah.
I believe is our address. Not many people on podcasts get their email address.
No.
I hope I got that right. But yeah, Dropbox it to us.
GorillaGeeksTV@gmail.com.
Make a trailer. Make a Lego one. That'd be quite fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the podcast might not be around by the time they finish making it.
No.
But if you're Jack Dawson, just use a time machine.
Yeah. I was actually looking at getting into Lego animation again.
I think you're saying I was looking to go into time travel.
Because someone's done a really cool Avengers trailer.
Yeah.
The new one in Lego. But I digress.
I always thought, when I was a kid, the reason why Stephen Hawkins knew about string theory... No, Stephen Hawkins knew about string theory is because somebody asked him how long was a piece of string.
Really?
And he just went into... That's what I thought string theory was that.
Amazing.
Oh, God.
But yeah, crossover movies. Yeah, so Yeah, the Terminator and... Remember the Terminator G.I. Joe one?
Yeah.
But they kind of never made any more G.I. Joes. I thought the second one was better than the first one.
Do we need a Transformers crossover?
No, we're getting the Transformers...
Maybe crossover with a better director.
With Bumblebee movie, we're getting the prequel one. But
is that going to be set in the same universe? Do we know?
Yeah, alright, could be. Trying to think what other movies would be quite good.
Power Rangers and VR Troopers.
Remember
the VR Troopers?
No, I don't.
No.
Was that on the same time as Power Rangers?
Yeah, it was another. See, that's Hasbro.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh no, is it Hasbro? Oh, no, Saban. Mattel. I don't know. It's one of those ones. Saban. It's Saban.
Saban. Oh, what? Power Rangers? Yeah.
Power Rangers is Saban.
Let us know if we're wrong.
Yeah, if we're wrong, do correct us. You know, in the comments.
There's
so many possibilities.
There is so many possibilities, isn't there?
I mean, we could go on with this. John Wick could do a crossover with the Matrix. Or it finds out that Neo is actually John Wick in the Matrix. I don't know. I'm just making this up as I go along. But then, John Wick could potentially cross over with Die Hard.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John McClane and John Wick.
Try and make up for that last Die Hard movie, Die Hard 4, that was... Well,
there was a rumour Die Hard was going to cross over. There is apparently making a sixth Die Hard movie.
We've only had 4, haven't we?
We've had 5.
We had 5?
Yeah.
What was the fifth one? Die Hard 3 was A Vengeance. Then there was the one in Russia, which was 4.
Yeah, Live Free or Die Hard was number 5.
Ah.
Yeah, with Jai Courtney.
No, that was 4.
That was 5. Number 4.
Oh, no, 4 was the one with Timothy Oliphant.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
Sorry. So Die Hard and John Wick.
Here's a thought for you listeners. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Definitely is.
Yeah.
Even the director said it is.
Yeah. Die Hard 2
it's more of a Christmas movie than Frozen.
Yeah. Die Hard 2's not. But Die Hard, even Bruce Willis thinks Die Hard 2 is a grey area.
Yeah.
We're potentially getting a new Expendables as well.
Oh, right, yeah. Godzilla versus Alien versus Kong. Well, we are getting a good crossover movie.
Yeah.
Kong versus Godzilla.
Yes, this is true. Yeah.
Which is a couple of.
We've got Godzilla 2 first.
Godzilla 2 first next year.
Yeah.
I think we're getting that the following year.
Does it class as a crossover if it's the same universe? Like the Marvel films all crossover. Well, Marvel were the first people to do it, weren't they? They were the first people to cross over.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But I'm up for Godzilla. One of the actors in it said one of the big sort of monster fights in the movie is going to be the best thing you've ever seen. It's amazing.
Yeah. Is it the same cast?
Ken Watanabe's back.
Yeah.
But I think he might be the only one that's back.
What if Godzilla crossed over with Jurassic Park?
Oh.
Potential. No, that's just bonkers, isn't it?
There's been lots of horror crossovers, isn't it, with Freddy versus Jason and things like that.
See, we were talking about Titanic. What if Titanic crossed over with U571 and that's the reason why it sank? Because that film definitely sank at the box office.
Wasn't Bon Jovi in that?
Yeah, he was, yeah.
Oh, God.
That was a terrible film.
Oh, God. There's, I'm having a look at just crossover films that have happened or ones that people want to happen. What about... Suicide Squad kind of crosses over Batman, doesn't it?
Yeah, again, that's the whole the Marvel universe. I mean, let us know your thoughts if there's any that you can come up with. Even you can come up with some synopsis of stories like obviously the Terminator and Titanic crossover.
I mean, I'm going to read more into that because I didn't read you the whole article, but I do want to delve into that a little bit more. I mean, it is terrible, but it'll never happen. Yeah, Kingsman. Could that cross over? Didn't he write other comics?
He did, didn't he? Well, Kingsman and Kick-Ass could cross over.
They could, couldn't they?
It's the same director and same books.
So, same writer.
Sorry, graphic
novels. Yeah, let us know what sort of crossover movies you would like to see in the future, or ones that are already happening that you're looking forward to as well. I
mean, we could talk about this all night, but we could just be... There's so many potential... Any film could cross over. Yeah, I mean, you could cross over Frozen with Nightmare on Elm Street.
What, I've just had Elsa killed, right? Let it go.
Do you want to build a nightmare? Let's say it was a nightmare.
Still yet to see Frozen.
I've seen it.
I'm judging a book by its cover.
With the jobs that I've been doing, I've had because I work heavily in the entertainment industry, the amount of times that I've heard that song sung so many times, I never want to hear it again.
Our niece used to come over here when Rachel had to babysit. and she has to watch that. And Happy Feet was one she had to watch all the time. It's like, Jesus. And didn't they have that 20-minute Frozen spot in front of Coco, the new.
Yes,
Disney
which
movie.
apparently was awful, but they got rid of it because it was too long.
Yeah, people complained because it was like 20 minutes. Normally, you're used to seeing these 5-minute shorts, aren't we?
Yeah.
This is 20 minutes of Frozen.
And sorry, Disney,
and
but
it was spoilers for people that hadn't seen Frozen.
Really?
So yeah, it kind of people hadn't seen it yet. They were like, well, I kind of don't need to see Frozen now.
Yeah.
So they've taken it out. Coco's just come out here. I wonder if it's. I guess
which is
it's
done
not,
very well, apparently.
Apparently it's really good.
Yeah.
I guess it's not
it's
in the
like,
UK cinemas either.
It's like the film version of Grim Fandango.
Yeah. A lot of the Pixar movies could cross over.
Yeah. Well, there is a theory, isn't there, that they do cross over. They're all set in the same universe.
Right, okay.
And they do all cross over. I mean, the Pixar theory, maybe we'll talk about that one.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Maybe on the show we'll talk about the Pixar theory. Because it's quite interesting.
But they're all in the same.
They're all set up, but the way it's written out, there's a YouTube video about it as well. Do check it out because it's very interesting. I think it's interesting. It puts all the Pixar films into perspective, and you look at them in a very different manner when you watch them now after you've read that. Right, it's the same with apparently some of the Disney films cross over as well.
Yeah.
Like if you at Frozen at the coronation. No, at the wedding in Frozen.
Spoilers, you haven't seen Frozen.
Yeah, except
I haven't seen Frozen, but I'm not going to watch it. So
there's a wedding.
Yeah.
Like there always is in a Disney film. Yeah. Unless it's a film about animals, and there's not normally a wedding.
Okay.
There's not one in Lion King. But yeah, Flynn Rider and Rapunzel are in the crowd at
from Tangled.
From Tangled.
Okay. Yeah.
Are in the crowd at the wedding for Frozen.
Oh wow! Okay.
You see them going in. They're like invited guests. There's also a rumor whether the ship that her parents are on that sinks is the ship that Tarzan gets washed up is from.
Oh, okay.
So there's many different.
That's quite
clever.
It's quite clever.
That's a very good way of crossing over.
Yeah.
The Pixar ones I think has been confirmed. I don't know whether the Disney ones have.
Right. Okay.
But the Pixar ones have all been confirmed.
Nice.
So, yeah, right. As far as I know. So, but yeah, I mean that is pretty much all for today, isn't it?
It is, yes. Thank you very much for listening.
Yeah, if you have, if you've enjoyed the podcast, do put some comments. Do tell us your thoughts. Email us. We've given you the email. It is GorillaGeeks@email. GorillaGeeks at
It is definitely an email.
GorillaGeeks@gmail.com.
Also, follow us on Facebook. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube as well. And this podcast goes up on YouTube.
Are we on MySpace?
Not on MySpace.
Not on MySpace.
No, we can bring that back.
LinkedIn? Are we on LinkedIn?
No, we're not on LinkedIn.
Are we on Friends Reunited?
We're not on Friends Reunited, no.
Okay.
But this podcast goes up on SoundCloud, iTunes, and YouTube. It does take a little bit longer to get on iTunes because iTunes can take 24 hours for it to process. But yeah, you'll find it on SoundCloud on Friday, pretty much by late afternoon, early evening. Yeah. And you'll find it on YouTube at the same time.
Yeah.
But thank you for listening. We're 4 podcasts in now.
Yeah, if there's any stories you want us to cover, do
let us know.
Do email in or write in the comments anything you've read, any news articles you've read.
Yeah,
games and movies as well.
Yeah, because gaming on Gorilla Gaming podcast on a Tuesday. This one goes out Popcorn Banter on a Friday. Yeah. But yeah, we're 4 episodes in. We'll continue to evolve the way we are on the podcasts and how the podcast sort of flows. So bear with us on that. But, your comments are absolutely are invaluable. We'd love to know what you think and what you'd like to see us or hear us do in the future. Yeah. And we are still working on doing a video version of the podcast. It's just getting the right sort of time in.
That's just a YouTube channel, but...
Well, yeah, it'll be on YouTube, but we'll still have the audio one going out on the other bit. But I did have a comment from a friend saying, we could do a video one. Obviously, email understands the technical parameters when you haven't got the right equipment and you want to do it. And with you being away quite a lot, we've got to make sure that works. A remote podcast works. Yeah. So we're going to do some tests, I think, later this week to make sure that does work. So we could be coming at you with a video podcast probably February time.
We might even have some Han Solo podcasts where we're bringing you some stories ourselves.
Yeah, there'll be sometimes where, because we want to keep the podcast consistent, we want you guys to be able to tune in each week. So we may do solo podcasts or bring in a guest to kind of do the podcast if one of us isn't available. Yeah. So we're looking at that, but we'll share more info on that as we get it. But definitely for the foreseeable future, it'll be both myself and Mike. Doing the podcasts.
Well, from myself, Mike. And Simon.
Thank you very much, everyone.
And the team here at Gorilla Geeks. This is us. Signing out.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.